I will restore you, Israel the outcast in history. This topic is based on a verse in Jeremiah. Let's read it. But I will restore you to health and heal your wounds, declares the Lord, because you are called an outcast, Zion for whom no one cares or wants. Written in Jeremiah 30:17-18. Jeremiah's words were spoken to a nation broken by exile. Judah had lost its independence, its temple, and its sense of security. Yet in that darkest hour, God promised restoration. He would heal the wounds of a people scorned as an outcast. This prophecy resonates deeply across Jewish history, for the people of Israel have again and again been treated as strangers, pushed to the margins of societies, and told they were unwanted, yet they have endured. Let's examine this more in the ancient world through slavery and exile. The Exodus narrative records the Hebrews enslaved in Egypt from 1500 to 1200 BCE, living as foreigners without power. Centuries later, the Babylonian conquest of Judah in 586 BCE destroyed the temple and carried the population into exile. Although some Jews rose to prominence in Mesopotamia, they remained outsiders. Even under the more benevolent Persian Empire, the Book of Esther recounts how a royal decree threatened the annihilation of the Jewish minority in Haman's plot, highlighting their vulnerability. Next, let's examine the same pattern in the Greco-Roman period of dispersal and erasure. In the Roman era, the Second Temple was destroyed in 70 CE, and the Jews were led to mass exile and dispersal. Rome renamed Judea Palestina to wipe out Jewish identity and sever the link between people and land. Jews became a stateless diaspora, often tolerated but seldom embraced and unwanted. Next, let's examine early Christian Europe and theological marginalization of the Jews. From the 2nd to the 5th centuries, some church fathers characterized Jews as Christ killers, laying a theological foundation for anti-Semitism. In the Byzantine Empire, Jews faced legal restrictions on offices, worship, and settlement, signs of their outsider status even within Christendom. Next, let's fast forward to the medieval period of dhimmis, expulsions, and the ghettos. In Islamic lands, Jews were recognized as dhimmis, a protected but subordinate class paying special taxes and wearing distinctive clothing. At times tolerated, they were also periodically persecuted and forced into settlements. In Christian Europe, their lot was harsher still. England expelled Jews in 1290, France in 1306 and again in 1394, Spain in 1492, and Portugal in 1497. Blood libel accusations, beginning in Norwich in 1144, spread throughout Europe. During the Black Death in 1348 through 1350, Jews were scapegoated as well poisoners and massacred. Venice's ghetto in 1516 symbolized the forced separation of Jewish communities. Next, we'll examine the early modern period of suspicion and pogroms. Even forced converts in Spain and Portugal, the conversos, remained suspect as new Christians, still treated as outsiders. In Eastern Europe, Jews initially thrived in Poland, but from the 17th to 19th centuries they faced pogroms and confinement to settlements under the Russian Empire. State-tolerated violence from 1881 into the 1920s drove mass Jewish emigration back to Israel, where they live today. Next, let's study the 20th century of catastrophe and renewal. Nazi Germany attempted the complete extermination of the Jewish people, murdering 6 million in the Holocaust. This was the culmination of centuries of demonization. After Israel's rebirth in 1948, many Arab countries also expelled or stripped citizenship from their Jewish populations. Ancient communities in Iraq, Egypt, Yemen, Libya, and Syria were uprooted almost overnight. Finally, let's see what we witness today with Jews through diplomatic isolation. Even as a sovereign state, Israel often stands alone diplomatically. From 2006 through 2015, the UN Human Rights Council adopted 99 resolutions against Israel, and from 2015 through 2022, the UN General Assembly passed 140 resolutions concerning Israel. more than against all other countries combined. The prophetic phrase, Zion for whom no one cares or wants, still echoes. The nation of Israel truly is a nation of outcasts and/or victims of the Holocaust and pogroms. In fact, what people don't realize is that when Israel is being persecuted, they are only persecuting the Jewish victims of the Holocaust and pogroms and their descendants that live in Israel today. Conclusion: while Israel is called an outcast and has always been hated, the promise is that it will eventually be healed. From Pharaoh to Babylon, from Rome to the Inquisition, from the Holocaust to modern diplomatic isolation, the people of Israel have repeatedly been treated as outsiders, an outcast nation and people. Yet Jeremiah's promise endures. I will restore you to health and heal your wounds. The very survival of the Jewish people and the rebirth of Israel after 2 millennia testifies to a hope deeper than history's wounds. While nations may reject, God pledges to restore, and Zion and Israel, once, for whom no one cares, remains at the center of his redemptive plan, and the coming of the Messiah will seal the deal in the near future.